everybody, Billibo10000 here, bringing you episode 16 of the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. And in this episode, we are going to the ruined city to take on our brother Dumah, because we need to defeat him in order to go to the final location of the game. So, let's head through. Let's go and kill our brother. So, this is the second to last area of the game, and it's at this point in the game where you begin to realize that development was fairly rushed. At this point, the levels become a little bit shorter, and you can kind of tell that a lot less time was put into this next area. So, we need to glide our way into the ruined citadel. And then it's just a case of heading through these doors to a cutscene. So, let's get the cutscene rolling, shall we?
This city once teemed with the life of my kind. Could it be that other clans had suffered the same fate as mine? In his madness, could Kain spare none of his brood?
It was not Kain, but Dumah's own arrogance that brought the downfall of his clan. These are human weapons, Raziel. Believing themselves invincible, Dumah and his offspring failed to see an attack coming from the least likely assailants. Complacent in their arrogance, they were taken by surprise, allowing the human vampire hunters to decimate their ranks with little resistance. The few that escaped have been reduced to scavengers.
Yeah, go humans. So, this is the ruined city, and it's the shortest level of the bunch. First things first, we want to head through here. And there are a lot of wraiths in this level, so just sort of keep that in mind as you're moving along. Want to move through there. And we want to head all the way past the screwer over to here. Once in this realm, we need to start firing at that block over there until it hits the wall. Let me just make sure. I think that is it. Once it's hit the wall, head through the iron bars in here. We can avoid this guy, no need to really fight him. We want to head up here. Once up here, return to the normal world and fall down through here. We're back at the beginning of this little area, but now we can head over here and pull this block out. This is something we couldn't do because we were in the spiritual realm initially. So, once we've moved it here, you want to just quickly jump your way up here, and then jump across to the... I missed the jump. Missing the jump isn't really too much of an issue, though, because now that we've moved the block, we can actually... Okay, this is getting dumb. Now that we've actually moved the block that we needed to move, we can actually just come through here. Hello. I don't think he sees us. And there we go. Ah! Nope. Nope, don't want you. Really don't want you. Oh, we're getting a bit of a cutscene because we've got to figure out a puzzle. And we're getting attacked, I think, by something that sounds remotely horrifying. Quick, back to the real world. There we go. Now, in this realm, we have a lot of work to do. First things first, there's this crank. We need to turn it. That's gonna drain the water from this room. That's something we need to do. Once the water is drained, there are some enemies that will start attacking us, so let me just use the sunlight glyph. That way we can just burn any enemies and we don't have to deal with them. Now we have a fun job to do, because this block puzzle is... Oh, it's an interesting one. Okay. we basically need to get a bunch of blocks up to the top of this platform by flipping them up and over. So we would flip you up, like so. Then we want to bring this one across, like so. With this one across, we can flip this up. Then we can flip this one up. And then there's one more block over here that we need to move across. That's basically just setting this up. We need to flip these blocks upwards so that we can use them as building material. Alright. Before we do anything else, though, just gonna head across to this side, because we also need to do a similar thing on this side. But on this side, it's less about building a staircase and more about just stacking the blocks. So, 3, 4. I think that's a good stopping point. And then we have a second block here that we need to move across. We're getting there. And we've got there. Ignoring the dogs that you can possibly hear in the background, I'm unsure, but this is a good mic, so chances are you can hear them. We now need to push this forwards, maneuver our way around to this side. No, Raziel. Push this block forwards onto here, and then we need to get this final block off here, up the gap, and on top of the pillar that we've just made. So pull it back, jump up, go over, stab it, push it, no, flip it. Now we just need to kind of get a nice halfway point along the room. 1, 2, 3, I'd say 4 is enough. And now we need to cross the room. So if 4 is too far, I'll move it back to 3, but it's really... Okay, so yeah, 3 might be a better one. But the main goal is simple, it's just get to the other side. Okay, yeah, I think we can make this. Odd, we can't make it. Huh. I don't mind going to 2 if I have to, but I know it's possible to land on it, so... Odd. I'm 90% sure it's possible. What I'm going to do instead, then, is I'm going to try jumping from here onto the platform and see if that works. There we go, and we're across. So, crossing that location there is actually going to take us to a big room that is basically a giant furnace. And this room is important because we are going to be killing Dumah here in a little while. So first things first, we need to flick this wheel. That's going to turn on the gas. Then we head to the other side of the room where there is a giant lever. Flick the lever and it will cause a massive explosion. That massive explosion is what we need. Come on. There we go. Waiting for it. Waiting for it. There we go. And apparently we just killed an enemy somehow. That explosion just blew away the door behind us, so we can cross through here. And this is going to take us to a special location. That also opens up the furnace room, just in general. So we want to push this off. And now we're back in this courtyard. Except now we have access to the second block. So it's very simple. We just want to push this on top of that block over there. And then we want to maneuver it so that we can get up to a ledge that we previously couldn't reach. Alright, now I want to maneuver it like this. We basically want to maneuver it so that it gets us up to a ledge across this direction. Okay. I don't know where the actual ledge bit is that gets you up, so I'm just gonna... Oh, we're right here. Brilliant! Well, we made it through that part. Now we want to fly into the... Oh, well, cutscene first. Okay, I get it. I get it. We need to get to that lever right there. That lovely looking lever, and that will lower a drawbridge. But to do that, we need to do some momentary shifting. And it's pretty dangerous platforming, because if you fall down, it's a bit annoying getting back. But if you are careful enough, you should be a-okay. Once we reach here, we need to just fly across. I missed because I jumped slightly early, but it's not too bad if we miss there. It's more bad if we mess up the jump back to the lever after we've gone back into the physical realm. And it doesn't help that the camera's a little bit iffy for this section. Come on. There we go. Back to the real world, and now we have to simply glide across. Flick the lever, and it'll drop a drawbridge. We're almost at Dumah, by the way. Basically, once you drop the drawbridge, which is right there, we head down into this little location. And we want to head across to here, and we want to pull this block out. We then want to maneuver the block so that it is in the blinding sunlight, and then hop on top. Oh, that was dumb. There we go, we're up. We've got to be a little bit careful in this room, though. There are some enemies over there. They won't notice us yet until we're careful enough, but we need to make our way to that little obelisk that's sitting right there. Tantalizingly close to us. So, first things first, let's get ourselves a fire Reaver. And then we want to take out these guys. There we go. With the fire Reaver burning them to death, we can head up here. Now, we can't exactly get anywhere else yet, so we want to go back into this realm. And it becomes one of those little juggling acts where you have to sort of switch back and forth as you go. Yep, there is definitely a planar portal here. Once that's done, it's a simple jump over here, and then you just glide down to this obelisk. Once inside, we just have to lift the obelisk up, and it will break down this door. Now, there is a pathway to the right here. We're going to be coming there very soon after we've killed Dumah, because there is a health power up there. But behind this, we're going to get into a cutscene.
My brother, Dumah, a powerful warrior in life. He would have burned with shame to have me find him here like a stuck pig.
Well, he's burning in shame because we have to revive him. The only way for us to kill Dumah is to ironically free him of his bonds that are stabbing him and keeping him impaled, so that he'll come back to life so that we can kill him again. There we go. Cutscene. Cutscene time. Oh, he's angry. Oh.
Unbound at last. I thank you, brother.
Your thanks are premature, Dumah. I have not forgotten whose hands bore me into the abyss.
The sentries in Limbo
have honed my strength. Not even Kain is my equal.
Even the strongest vampire is vulnerable.
We shall test your thesis, Raziel.
My bloodthirst has been superseded by an even darker hunger. I will consume your soul before this day is done.
It's pretty obvious that Dumah is voiced by Kain, or at least Kain's voice actor. So in this goal, the challenge is to keep Dumah following you. Eventually... Oh no, we're stunned. Right, when he punches the ground, he stuns you, and you know, the camera does not help in this challenge at all. Come on, Dumah. Come on. No, please no. He'll suck my energy and I don't want that. Come on. No. Just keep following me. This is an escort mission. A really backwards escort mission. Come on. This way. Come on, Dumah. You know you want to. Uh-oh. Hi, Dumah. He's really not a difficult boss. It's just a case of leading him. Come on. He's still following me, thank God. Come on, Dumah. Come on. Good boy. Good boy, Dumah. Now here's the fun part. I have no idea where he is. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Nope. Flick that fucking lever. Flick that lever and we win. There we go. Dumah's dead. Woo! Booyakasha. Goodbye, Dumah. You see, Dumah's soul could only be killed via burning. Because that was his only weakness, because he was too strong from his time in Limbo. And with that, Raziel contains Dumah's power. Ha 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 ha.
Consuming Dumah's soul empowers you to wind a constricting band of spectral energy around your enemies. This energy manifests itself in both the spectral and material realms, and in the physical world, it can be employed to manipulate otherwise immovable objects.
Basically, we can turn things around, and that actually allows us to collect the final collectibles in the game. But first things first, before we end this episode, I do want to collect one collectible that is here in the Ruined City, because there's no point in me not collecting it this episode when I'm already here. So, we want to go back all the way to Dumah's throne room. So, basically, we just want to head across here, then turn left when we go to this turning over here, and then turn right. Inside this next room, there's going to be a statue, which we can turn using Dumah's Constrict ability. We need to turn it twice. We simply need to circle it, and it will turn. Do not go into that room there. Do not. That is a bad idea. It will lock you in, and you have to kill enemies to escape. Whereas this room, while it will lock us in, there is a health power-up in here, so it's worth it. I know there are enemies. It's fine. I don't want to fight anyway. And with their deaths, we can collect the health power-up and leave. There we go. So, we've got 2 more power-ups to collect, 1 Eldritch Energy to collect, and then we'll be ready to face the final battle. 2 of those are in Raziel's clan territory, and 1 is in the Drowned Abbey. So that's where we're going to be heading next. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. In the next episode, we'll continue. Goodbye, guys.